But first, I'm John Bachman. Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital is blaming its electronic record system for prematurely releasing a man infected with Ebola. And Texas health officials are also monitoring people who may have come in contact with Thomas Eric Duncan. Relatives of the Dallas, Texas Ebola patient say they don't know what to do with the sheets and towels that he used still in that apartment. A cleaning crew that was supposed to sanitize the residence was first turned away because it did not have the proper permits. But new reports say that crew could be there very soon. And the CDC says we could hear about a second confirmed case soon too.
It is certainly possible that someone who had contact with this individual, a family member or other individual, could develop Ebola in the coming weeks.
There's also now a growing chorus coming from Congress urging the president to ban inbound flights from West Africa. That includes Texas Congressman Ted Poe, who told us that same thing on Newsmax TV today. Also, Senator Ted Cruz says the FAA needs to take extra precautions to prevent Ebola victims from entering the U.S. But we don't think that travel ban will be in place before another American is flown home for treatment. In West Africa, a freelance cameraman working for NBC News in Liberia is now fighting Ebola. Doctors Without Borders confirms that the Rhode Island native tested positive for the virus. He's due back in the States at some point this weekend. And amid ISIS threats, the Army is telling troops and their families to be careful about what they put online. A new report from the Threat Integration Center points to continued chatter from ISIS on social media, raising the specter of a possible attack on military personnel or their families. The report also urges military families to think before they post anything online. There are worries that something on social media could help terrorists track Americans. And Republicans are picking up some momentum in several key swing states just 1 month before the midterm elections. Alaska, Arkansas, and Louisiana voters there could take down Democratic incumbents. Poll numbers show GOP candidates opening up leads, but the races are still really too close to call. Republicans need 6 seats to get the Senate majority. And Karl Rove's super PAC, American Crossroads, is spending $8 million this month between Republicans Tom Tillis and Scott Brown in North Carolina and New Hampshire, respectively. And what do you think Joe Biden really feels or thinks about his job as vice president? Here's what he said at Harvard talking to a student who just announced that he is the vice president of the student body.
Isn't it a bitch? I mean, excuse me. Vice President thing? Whoa. How do you feel about it now? I'm joking.
There you hear the vice president saying he was joking. He was clear to clarify that. Now, in Oakland, California, 20 stories above the streets, a rescue. Firefighters had to be called in to help a couple of guys trapped on a stranded window washing platform. This is my own personal nightmare here. They were able to get everybody to safety without issue. We'll have another update for you coming up in 30 minutes. Now back to Midpoint with Ed Berliner.